Hey everybody, I am back here in your school garden, and today I'm going to be doing some harvesting to bring some food down to the cafeteria. So I'm going to pick some kale, some rainbow chard, carrots, and probably some herbs. I will keep you posted on how it goes and what we get. Okay, our first vegetable that we're going to harvest is kale. This is our curly kale, and there are lots of leaves on every plant. When you're harvesting kale, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. You don't want to take all the leaves from one plant. You want to make sure that you leave a couple on there, because that's going to be how it makes its food with those leaves. So you want to start with some of the bigger leaves on the outside, not these little tiny leaves on the inside. These are the new leaves that are just growing, and these are the older leaves. So these are the ones that are ready to pick. When you're harvesting kale, you want to make sure you get the whole leaf and stem. So if I want this leaf, I'm going to make sure I go all the way in and then snap down to get the leaf and stem. So that'll be my first leaf. Let's see, we'll do another, and it comes off really easy. So it's nice and simple to be able to harvest this kale. And I might just leave that amount. Maybe I'll take one more. Now I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little one. 6, 7, 8 leaves of kale from one plant. And of course, I left some leaves on the plant so it can continue to photosynthesize. Now I'm going to harvest from the rest of the plants. Okay, so here is the kale that I was able to harvest from the couple of plants that we have in our garden bed. That is a lot of leaves that came from just a couple of plants. I can tell that these plants have been really well taken care of and have been getting all the things that they need, because not only does this kale look good, it tastes good. So our next step is going to be to wash it all. So I have a bucket of water here, and I'm going to be dunking the kale leaves into the water and swishing them around. Now, all the food that we grow in our garden is organic. That means we don't spray any chemicals onto our plants or in the soil. So it's all natural, but a little dunk in the water will help clear off any of the dust and any little critters that might be hanging on there. So I'm going to be just taking some of these leaves and putting them in the bucket like this, and then sort of swishing them around, getting them nice and clean. I'll take them out, shake them off, and then once I have all of this kale washed, I will send it down to the cafeteria. Now, I don't know if you know this, but kale is really, really good for you. It is filled with awesome vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin K. It has lots of fiber in it, calcium, iron. It's just super nutrient dense. So it's going to be really good for you to eat some of this kale. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what the cafeteria does with it. All right, so the next thing on our harvest list is the rainbow chard. Now, some of these leaves are really, really big and not looking like they're gonna be super good to eat, but we'll pull them off anyway and put them into the compost bin so that they can decompose. And the other ones that are looking nice and healthy and delicious, I will pull those off and dunk them in water, sort of the same process as the kale. The same rules apply. I wanna take not the leaves from the very, very middle, but the leaves from the outside of the plant, the older leaves, and I don't want to take too many from one plant. I want to make sure that I always leave some leaves on the plant. So I will see what I can get. So here is what I got. A beautiful bunch of rainbow chard. You can see I left some leaves on the plants so they can continue to grow. This is a really good look at why we call it rainbow chard, because we've got red stems, yellow stems, green stems, all different colors. Now, chard you can eat raw, but you can also cook it up, saute it, and it would be super, super tasty. So I'll wash this and then we'll move on to the next thing. It is time to harvest the carrots. I wonder how many we will get. Yay! We got lots of carrots from that garden bed. You can see that we have all different sizes here. We have some really big ones, some medium-sized ones, and then some teeny tiny ones. These ones weren't quite ready to be harvested, but they came out on accident. But that's okay. There's still a lot of carrots left over in that garden bed, which is great. This means that next week we'll be able to harvest some more, and they'll have had a little bit more time to get even bigger. Now the next step here is washing them. Carrots grow underground because they are the root of the plant. And so I have our bucket of water here, and I will be taking the carrots, putting them in the bucket, and using my hands to sort of rub off as much of that soil as I can. We'll get them pretty close to perfectly clean, and then everything will be ready to be delivered. That is it for our harvest today. Lots of kale, rainbow chard, and some beautiful carrots. A big thank you to all of you at Santa Barbara Community Academy who've helped to take care of this garden. You all have worked so hard taking care of these plants. So this is all because of you. Thanks for all of your watering and transplanting and putting seeds in the ground, weeding, watching out for aphids, giving all the plants worm tea and spreading compost. Your hard work has paid off, and I'm so excited to deliver this down to the cafeteria staff and have it go out to the community. So thank you all so much, and see y'all next time.